At the end of this week's parsha, Vayechi, there's an interesting event that occurs between Yosef and his brothers. After Yaakov dies, Yosef's brothers send messengers to tell Yosef the following in Parak Nun Pasuk Zayin: Kotumru Yosef, Ana sa napsha checha v'chatatam, kira ag malucha, ve'ata sa na lapasha ag ve'alokei avicha. Forgive, I urge you, the offense and guilt of your brothers who treated you so harshly. Therefore, please forgive the offense of the servants of the God of your father. Rashi comments on this in Dvar Matchil Avicha Shinuva Dvar Mipnei Shalom, Kilo Tiva Yaakov Ken, Shalom Nechshar Yosef Be'enav. That, in fact, Yaakov had never commanded Yosef to forgive his brothers, because to him Yosef was never suspicious in the first place. The brothers had made it up, quote unquote, for the sake of peace. So now the question arises, what exactly made the brothers so scared of Yosef that they felt the need to lie to him? And the Rosh gives two possibilities for this. One, that it says that when Yaakov was alive, Yosef invited his brothers to eat with him, but after he died, Yosef stopped. Yosef's reason for doing this was that Yaakov would have him sit at the head of the table, but when he died, he was uncomfortable sitting at the head in the presence of his older brothers. Two, on the way back from Yaakov's funeral, they passed the pit in which the brothers threw Yosef so many years before, and Yosef stopped to look at it. Again, Yosef's reason was not malicious, it was simply to thank Hashem for the miracles that he provided. In both stories, the general point is that Yosef's brothers misunderstood a benign action that Yosef took for something hostile and reacted accordingly. From this, the author derives an important lesson about Bechira Chofshit, that most of our day-to-day choices are not between something obviously good or obviously bad. Rather, they involve subtleties, and those subtleties are heavily influenced by the internal biases that we have. In the case of the brothers and Yosef, they had internalized the idea that Yosef was still mad at them, and this bias caused them to make a bad decision and lie to him. If they were aware of the bias that they had against Yosef, maybe they would have acted differently. Moreover, Hashem could have had Yaakov give instructions for Yosef and the brothers about eating together after his death, or had them not pass the pit altogether. But he doesn't do things like that. Hashem allows us to be in situations where we are challenged to recognize which biases are pushing us towards making one decision or another, and only to act once we have carefully evaluated those biases. To the altar, that's what exercising Bechira Chofshit really means. Shabbat Shalom.